All right. So, wow, what a weekend, guys. For those of you guys that don't know and haven't been paying attention, um, the U.S. has struck Iran, wiped their entire government. Everybody that was currently holding positions got wiped out with a few missiles, and then the next person in charge. Sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but the next person in charge that was appointed was actually wiped out right like less than 24 hours after they were appointed. So a lot is going on. You got Lebanon bombing Israel bombing southern Lebanon, and then you have the Saudis trying to defend themselves because Iran decided to bomb the Saudis as well. There's been a ton of missiles that were supposed to be targeting the United States homeland that got shot out of the sky as well. Ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles. Just there's a lot going on in the Middle East right now. So what we're gonna do something a little bit different. As you guys probably already know, the Day Trade Academy has started already, guys. So make sure you guys shoot me a DM on Instagram if you want to enroll. I'm only enrolling 20 students. If you look at one of my most recent Instagram reels, we showed examples of price action being predicted. We showed examples of us calling out different headlines before they were announced. Within 24 hours of them being announced, we called out price of Bitcoin before that price target got hit. We called out the NVIDIA earnings play before earnings was released as well. So, guys, time and time again, I have proven that this skill set of us following smart money and predicting the outcome of between headlines or political news or even earnings being released, we predicted all these moves before they happened. So if you guys want to enroll, maybe you want to be able to predict price the same way I do and learn the strategies that I use, please shoot me a DM at WarmEffects on Instagram. Let's go ahead and see if you're going to be a good fit for the mentorship. But that has launched March 1st, which was yesterday. So people are booking calls. Everybody is trying to get into their doors. We're only accepting 20 people. So if anything that we go through today might pique your interest and you guys might want to trade with me, because we do trade live throughout the week, go ahead and shoot me a DM and let's see if we can get you enrolled. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, between all the headlines that's constantly being pushed, guys, like every 5 minutes there's something new that's happening along the Middle East. So let's just go through MRKT AI. And as you guys already know, this is a tool that I use quite often, so that way I can keep up with what's going on in the world, right? This is stuff that's happening live in real time before news even gets a chance to react. We have it all brought to us, and everything is analyzed with AI, so that way we don't have to take an idea or a guess of what asset classes and what companies might be affected with what's going on in the Middle East. So we'll start off. 4 minutes ago, the U.S. Embassy was empty at the time of Iran drone strike. So great. That's great news. But let's just dive a little bit deeper here. As you guys probably already know, Iran pretty much runs the show when it comes to the passage for oil to be imported into China and Russia. That is why China and Russia best interest was to help Iran as much as possible to contain or even possibly help de-escalate the situation that's going over there, because we've seen oil prices actually shoot up. And we're going to do a little market breakdown on the price of oil, on where we expect the target to be. But this is going to affect everybody. Everyone in the globe is going to be affected by this. And Iran is not giving up. I mean, the United States has offered a ceasefire and they declined. So they're not looking to make peace at all anytime soon. So U.S. Embassy recommends American citizens in Saudi Arabia to shelter in place. So there's people in on vacation right now in Saudi Arabia, and they have internet access, and they have been posting how people can't get flights out of the country. And it looks like Iran is actually starting to target them as well. But when we talk about style, of course, we expect the price of oil to go up and all that stuff, and we can get into conspiracies all day long. But here's a major issue. AWS is affected by this. AWS is cloud services, specifically Amazon. So I don't know if you guys recall, but when different cellular devices become inoperable, or different cloud services become inoperable, such as like I'll try to name a few companies, even a few banks that rely on their platforms for online banking and so on. Amazon's going to get hit by this. So this is going to be a ticker we're going to look at. This is about 19 minutes ago. Market's already closed. So we're going to take a look and see what the price point of Amazon is going to be. They're already moved to the downside, but and this right here, the Strait of Hormuz not closed despite. So this is interesting. So they're saying it's not closed, but Iran has been targeting different oil tankers coming through there. So they also in the United States also mentioned that the Israeli media has been pushing that they have targeted our own ships as well, and our media took that information and said that it was fake news. So there's going to be a lot of propaganda being pushed to lie to the public on who's actually winning this war. But as of right now, there is no internet in Iran. The Middle East internet service is actually down, and it's going to be delayed. A lot of this stuff is going to be delayed. So, but of course, like I said, Israel's they're evacuating. Iran, I think, struck a deal. I think I saw that Iran struck a deal with Russia to offer emergency jets for people to evacuate as well. So yeah, this is something that's this is something that's important for us stock traders, so that way we can keep up with. I'm just scanning through here, trying to see make sure that there's nothing. See U.S. betrayed diplomacy. So this is interesting. They're saying that we betrayed them, but hey, man, they didn't want to give up their nuclear plans, man, and that was part of the deal. So as of right now, that's all this feed is, just Middle Eastern things here happening. Nothing as far as stateside. You do have Hillary testifying behind closed doors also, but the media is going to try to wash that out and make this all about what's happening in the Middle East as much as possible. I'm sorry. So let's just go ahead and dive into the charts here. A couple stocks we're going to look at. We're going to go ahead and dive into not US 30. Let's take a look at gold. Now, gold has been absolutely bullish, and even a gap up, obviously, because of all this war. It has given us a gap fill here, so there's no reason why we should be expecting lower prices on gold. This will be the next target for any type of drop, and maybe somewhere up here. As you can see, price is reacting there, and we can anticipate a drop to sell side maybe to come fill out these orders here in this fair value gap possibly. But with everything that's happening in the Middle East, I'm not going to be bearish on gold at all. You'll be a fool to be bearish on gold. And in fact, the last time we spoke, we were looking for price to close above this order block, which it did, and price hasn't returned. That was the 5,044 level. So look for a rejection at 53, right about now actually, 53.60. If not, then we can actually look to target some of these highs, which is at 55. And as you guys already know, when I shrink this chart here, ultimate TP for me is 10,000. So how we're going to get there is going to be interesting. 10,000 is the level for me to be bullish. But if we do, if we can take out some of the sell side, these are the sell side levels. If not, 10,000 is going to be the level. If we switch to oil, nice gap up on oil here as well. We can look for some type of gap fill on oil back down to the 60s. Okay, so we crack 69 and maybe fill as low as 67. If not, let's switch to a bigger time frame. Buy side levels, and almost edged it actually. Buy side level $77. Next target be $80, $84, and my ultimate target will be about $94 a barrel. So depending on how far or how long this war lasts, we could definitely take out some buy side targets here. And I think 103, I think I remember the number 103. Let's find out where that's at. Yeah, right around here is what I'm ultimately looking for. Some of this buy side getting swept. So we'll see what happens though. This is for you Forex traders, this would be a nice entry anywhere in the $69 range. That would be beautiful if we can get that. If not, definitely expect a ride up to the upside. And we got the Bitcoin boys. It's been in the range here, still consolidating. Nothing's new. We can expect some type of barcode here, but I would love to see 59. If not, I think a lower level for Bitcoin is like 48,000, 44,000 to be swept. We'll see. If not, then these are our targets to the upside. We got buy side liquidity at 72,000. Next level will be 74. If we invert that, then we can definitely fill 79 and then go to the upside from there. But We're still in the range here, so guys, be careful when you guys are trading this. Don't get caught in this choppiness until the price breaks out and give you a clear direction that we might go to the upside or to the downside. Try to protect yourself. Try not to chase any of those trades, okay? So that's all I got for Forex here. I just show you this. This is a market we had for GBP. We did invert this fair value gap. So GBP USD, I am looking for sell side to be swept here, and that's a pretty big move. And then the Euro USD, price is retracing as well, but I'm not going to mark up these levels yet because, like I said, there's a lot going on, and between now and tomorrow, a lot can change here. So let's go ahead and switch back over to futures for you futures traders. I want to mark out NQ. The market's moving. It's 6:48, so we are approaching the Asian trading session right now. Lots of choppiness, as you guys can see. Everyone got faked out to the upside. I'm sorry. This is today. So everyone got faked out to the upside today. Price did reject this fair value gap that it inverted. And now we can look for shorts to get us below these levels to get back down to 24,700. Or if those levels fail, which I expect it to fail, and I can shrink my chart here to show you, we do got some sell side levels that I would love, absolutely love to get smacked. So down here to 24,159 is my next target for shorts. If that fails, just mark it up here for you. If this level fails, then of course we can look at this fair value gap down here to be filled. So that's my targets for NQ. As far as to the upside, we already got our buy side levels. But guys, as much as I want to be bullish on indices, it's really hard because all it takes is for one thing to happen on Homeland and the market's going to drop. We already seen that with 9/11 price action. If you don't believe me, go look for yourself. All right. So let's go ahead and look at a couple stocks here. We're going to start with Meta. Meta had a crazy gap to the upside and then came right back down and started chopping back down to the downside. I would love to see this level get swept at the 580 level. If not, then of course we have, let me clean this chart a little bit because all these targets been hit. If not, then we can, and I'm on a daily time frame too, guys, by the way. So these moves can take a while to play out, but I'm even going to erase that sell side. I'm going to erase that sell side, and I'm going to mark out this gap down here. Definitely can expect price to come fill the 623 level. So we got every reason in the world to be bearish here on Meta. So we'll see what happens here, but as you can see, I am leaving this fair value gap here. This is like the line in the sand. You can see plenty of rejections here. So if price does decide to close above it and potentially give you a move to the upside, something like this maybe, right? And then possibly take out buy side, we'll see. But it's not promised. Once again, if something happens on Homeland with all the stuff that's happening to the Middle East and one of those missiles do make it and we fail to shoot it down, expect markets to absolutely tank. Here we go. We got NVIDIA here. And what do we have here? We have, let's see, give me my arrow back. We have a lot of choppiness, guys. Again, we're still in this range, and if you look at the daily time frame on NVIDIA, we've just been barcoding in this tight range here. No breakouts. Price is filling this gap here, as you can see. I'll mark it out for you. You see, so price did fill this gap. And we'll see if it wants to hold above it or if it wants to reject it and come back to the downside. But we got plenty of reasons to be short. We have all of this sell side resting below here. We got a fair value gap down here at 150s. So, oops, sorry. So let's see if NVIDIA wants to hold. Tesla, I'm still expecting sell side to get swept here, as you guys can see with this markup. So lots of choppiness. Definitely expect sell side to get swept down here. There's really no reason for us to be bullish on Tesla, although they do have earnings coming up in April, so you guys can look out for that. But I am looking for shorts on Tesla. I just don't know how clean it's going to be. But you do got some buy side levels here too, so we'll wait for that to play out. But I just find it pretty interesting. We came so close to this low and didn't hit it, so we'll look out for that. Intel was a stock for that Trump wanted to invest in. I was extremely bullish on it, and it was bullish. But the second these Epstein files got released, all the investors pulled their money back out. So we'll see. Maybe all this stuff will bury these Epstein files, and price will be bullish again on Intel. But for now, I'm just going to sit on the sidelines and wait. Let's just for fun. I already know the answer to this. Let's switch and look at Palantir. Gap to the upside. Obviously, this is a defense stock, so anything war related is going to make this stock bullish. And I'm kind of sick because I missed it, but price did sweep sell side liquidity here. In fact, price swept sell side there as well. So if I was paying attention, I would have used these as reasons to be bullish. Price did fill the orders that it wanted. We do got some lower levels down here, but hey, things change, right? We got missiles that get launched, and now all of a sudden the government need every defense company they got to help us. So bullish on Palantir, also bullish on, where's Lockheed Martin? Lockheed Martin, gap to the upside, of course. There's really no reason for these defense stocks to be bearish. So do not short these stocks, guys. Be very careful when you're trading this stuff. This is price action that a lot of you guys haven't seen yet. That's why I decided to let Monday kind of just play itself out. Today is a good day for people to be caught in any liquidity traps, which seems to be what's happening. Take a look at uranium. So for those of you guys that don't know, we are, we wanted Iran to give up their billion-dollar industry of uranium for their minerals. That way we can help break down this oil that we stole from Venezuela. And they said no. They gave us the middle finger, and that's why we're fighting. So if you guys are fighting, if you guys are watching us fight, you guys are assuming that it's for war and to prevent their nukes. No, these guys were using uranium to create nuclear energy, and that's what we wanted to end. We didn't want them to have those resources to have a nuclear plant. Because of that, we wanted to take their uranium and take all their ingredients so we can build nuclear energy over here. And Iran basically said, well, why can you do it and we can't? Good question. But a lot of people call them radical. I'm not political. I'm not here to get into all that. But uranium is going to be bullish, and it's still bullish because we really don't care too much about the oil side of things. That's what I got for you on this market breakdown, guys. Be very, very careful when you guys are trying to trade. I'm just for fun, I'll show you guys SPY. So high volatility, sure. Lots of barcodes, sure. But it's very important that you guys do your pre-market analysis. Stay up to date with political news because that's what everybody's waiting for. We got NFP coming up towards the end of the week. We got high impact news on Wednesday as well. So there's tons of reasons for us to stay out of the market right now because we're in the market to make money. We're not in the market to gamble and to just play around and act like we're trading, right? We're profitable traders. We got game plans. And unless you see a clean setup, I probably wouldn't take it. All right. So that means I wouldn't be swinging contracts. I wouldn't be assuming that we're going to continue to the upside just because it's war. Because like I said, all it takes is one headline release and the market can absolutely be bearish. So you guys be very, very careful. The only thing that I can be bullish on right now, to be quite honest with you, is going to be gold. That's really it. And as you can see, it is rejecting here. So if you guys can get a pullback and catch an entry for a long-term play, that'll probably be the only thing that I'll be really bearish on. In fact, you guys can look now and you guys can see that Bitcoin is actually setting up for a drop as well. So with all that said, thank you guys for joining. I'm going to do another market breakdown tomorrow. I might even go live in the morning. We'll see. But hey, if you guys want to lock in with me, learn this skill set, learn this strategy, and make thousands of dollars just like I do consistently every single month. Make sure you guys DM me on Instagram at WormFX so I can get you guys enrolled into the Day Trading Academy. All right? That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next one.